back to the GameDay Squad Rugby League show. Joined with me is Josh, as always.
We're back.
We are back, and we're back in business, and I'm super excited because I'd like to announce that it's 4-4. Unlucky Josh. I got 968, so I'm trying to crack that 1,000, just can't get it. And my rank was 111, so pretty bad rank, but it just means that you did that little bit worse.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention my score. I'm a bit upset. I'll get into why.
Yep.
But ranked 126, not good enough to beat you.
It was
not
close.
Happy. Back-to-back losses, 2 weeks in a row. But lucky, it's GameDay Squad, and we're going again this week.
That's the beauty about it. Change your squad up. Every week's a new week. You can score well one week, you can score crap the next week, but it doesn't matter. You just keep building.
Like for us, it does because...
For us, it does.
But like...
What's the forfeit at the end of it? What did we agree on?
We have to watch back.
Yeah, I think it was discarding the best player and then sending it to the...
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
So... Well, my best player was a bronze card this week, so that just shows how many improvements you need to make to your squad, mate. Nico Hines, I think we'll jump into strike, spare, misses. My obvious strike is Nico Hines. 136 points in the last game of the round. Thank you very much.
Do you have his stats?
I can pull up his stats, but I didn't want to hurt you. That was the thing.
He's a hog.
He's a hog. And with Trindle out, you knew that the ball hog, Nico Hines, was just going to, it was screaming points.
We've been saying that Trindle probably has been getting in the way of Nico's best performance, and I think that just proved it.
Yeah, and I was agreeing with that all season until last week when we saw Nico still score well with Trindle. But then with Trindle out, I was like, could double his score here.
That was incredible.
It was incredible.
Yeah, I think every second play, he had his hands on the ball.
Literally. Well, 1 try, 1 offload, 1 line break, 2 try assists, 8 tackle breaks, 3 line break assists, 25 of 26 tackles, 6 from 7 goals. He ran for 200 metres himself. That's 25 runs.
Most fullbacks, they run that.
Yeah, it's... I mean, the stats speak for themselves. Yeah. 136 points, that's just...
The reason why he beat me.
And it's the reason why we saw such inflated scores in the top 10 this week.
Yeah.
Because of people who've got,
Nico.
Gold, platinum, lucky ones with diamond Nico. So, yeah. Well, shout out to you guys.
Not to mention, I didn't have a bad week.
You didn't have a bad week, no. If you had Hines, you would have destroyed me.
I had 2 strikes. Now I thought,
imagine losing and having 2 strikes.
I had 2 strikes. One being Cameron Munster. 112 points, silver card. 1 try, 4 try assists. He was
in his element.
He was everywhere. 2 line breaks. I thought I had you at this point. 2 games in.
And I didn't play Munster this week.
And you said you were going to.
And I thought
you were going to buy him. And then you didn't buy him. I was like, yes, sweet, I've got Norman. We messaged each other. I thought I had you. Seems not. And now we're tied up 4-4.
We are.
So Munster strike definitely in the squad next week. And my second strike is Adam Fanua-Blake. 74 points, bronze card. 2 tries, 2 line breaks, 217 metres.
Adam Fanua-Blake, and we'll get into later in the show because I've got something on him, but he's just... I think he's the reason why I'm not cracking that top 1,000.
Well, I don't think he's scored below 65 all season.
That's insane. Out and out, he's the best prop by far on GameDay Squad.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't score more. I thought they should have given him more points just for being... Well,
you think the Warriors have lost their last 2 games and haven't really been on the front foot, whereas we like to see the Warriors get on the front foot in that first 20.
Yeah.
Adam Fanua-Blake sets the tone.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson works off the back of that. But the last 2 weeks, it's not like they haven't started well, but they haven't started as well as what they did in the earlier rounds. So imagine when that does happen, we could see even higher scores coming in. Yeah,
I mean, I was happy that he scored those points and obviously not good enough.
I can't lie. Sunday, lunchtime, I was like, I've lost by a fair bit. It's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5-3.
I thought the same.
And then Nico Hines happened. So shout out to Nico. But yeah, I opted against going with Munster because I played a gold Jerome Hughes. I played a platinum Sean Johnson and a bronze Nico Hines. So they still did well, but I do have a bronze Munster that I should have used. But now going forward to the spare category, I've got Hughes there. He scored 61. So my reason why he's there is just because I feel like it was the Munster show against the Rabbitohs, and it's so good seeing the Rabbitohs super depleted in the effort areas there as a Roosters fan. But I thought Jerome Hughes was going to tear his side up into shreds, but it didn't happen. It was the Munster show, like you said, 4 try assists. So
what did he score?
Well, Jerome Hughes scored 61. So for me, with the points multiplier on him, 73 points, which I'll take.
Pretty good.
It's almost a strike, but when you have Nico scoring 136 in base as a bronze card, I got to take a gold Hughes 73 as a spare this week.
Fair enough.
But it does look like him and Munster are sharing the workload. We see a lot of halves, one half dominate over the other.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're sharing their workload.
Well, don't forget, that's their third game as a spine together in the last 2 years. So I see him improving and probably playing better.
Maybe I have to play both. And the thing is, with the Platinum Johnson, he's someone that you want to play, especially if Warriors have a good matchup. So then it's up to me to decide
if Warriors are going to be coming back after 2 hard losses.
So interesting times ahead. But yeah, that was my spare.
My spare.
You had 2 strikes, right?
I had 2 strikes. I named them.
Yeah.
And my spare.
And you went with a spare.
Yes,
Josh doing overtime.
You understand in about 5 minutes. So my spare is Tommy. Tommy scored 32 points as a gold. And I was not expecting it with the 1 try, 1 line break assist, and he was quiet the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Didn't have hands on the ball. Even though Manly played well, and well enough to win. But yeah, Tommy, I expected more. So he's my spare because I'm going to play him again.
Okay.
Because they're coming up against the Raiders side, and I think he's going to strike back.
Well, they've got no Cherry, no Olakau'atu, so Tommy Turbo's going to have to do all the work in attack, right? Oh, no, Cherry's playing?
Cherry's back.
No Olakau'atu.
Just didn't.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like this is a bit bold here.
Yep.
I feel like Turbo's the most overrated fullback in the game from a game day squad perspective, not from a skill perspective. Yeah.
There's no way Norman just said that.
If you look at his stats, he's averaging 48.
He's going to make you eat those words next week.
I mean, I hope he does for your case, but averaging 48, a star fullback, one of the best fullbacks in the game.
Yep.
On game day squad, he doesn't need to be in your squad. Like, he's averaging 48, and you look at, I mean, let's go, for example, I ended up playing Shines. I did play Turbo this week, so I'm just a bit annoyed at that. But I do think there are better fullbacks to have, and it's like the whole game is like from, the whole point of game day squad, obviously pick your best squad going forward and try to win the week that is, right?
Yep.
For me, the matchups are so important if you're a spine player. Like we spoke about Adam Fanua-Blake scoring well every week. The players like Isaiah Yeo, doesn't matter who they come up against, they're still going to score well and get through their work. But when you're thinking about spine players, we spoke about how Munster just lit it up this week, and Hines as well. You've got to pick those against those great matchups. And the fullbacks falls into the spine category. And I feel like Turbo's had the matchups and hasn't delivered. So why go with him?
Make a point.
So yeah, it doesn't look like I'll be going with him. We can get into that towards the back end, but yeah, definitely won't be going with him. However, he wasn't my miss. My miss was Terrell May. So obviously Roosters put on a cricket score against the Dragons. It was honestly incredible. Traditional Anzac Day clash, loved it.
It was tough.
60 points. 60 in the house bounce.
Yeah.
That was over 50. 50 bomb was thrown. I just couldn't believe we scored 60 points. Like, I didn't see that coming at all.
Me too. I didn't see it coming. After Dragons scoring first as well.
Dragons scored first, yeah.
I was like, might be an interesting game.
And then it was the Sam Walker show. But honestly, I'll talk about the Roosters all day, so I'll focus on Terrell May. 15 points.
What happened?
Minutes. I don't know why Robbo isn't playing him. He's probably our fittest forward. I'd say that. He's probably got the best offloading ability, and he manages to break out of so many tackles. I know we've got a star-studded roster, but why does Terrell May get limited minutes? I do not understand. We saw earlier in the season him playing big minutes, a couple games in a row, and then it's just completely dipped. I don't know if it's an attitude thing, a training thing, or Robbo trying to rotate or manage minutes because he doesn't have that much first-grade experience. I don't know what it is, but when he's on and he plays big minutes, you need him there. Maybe
just that game particularly just wasn't needed for what the game plan was. It seemed like...
I know because we did score a lot of points, but he didn't come on till late in the second half anyway. Like, even the previous games he hasn't... I've just been holding him, and been like, come on, like when he gets minutes, I know he's going to score. But it hasn't happened. So out of my squad for the game against Broncos.
Fair enough.
But yeah, who was your miss, Josh? Keen to hear this one.
My miss?
Below 15?
To understand... Taruva.
Oh, no.
And...
You got to be paying attention, mate.
And Victor Radley.
That makes up for the 2 strikes. 2 misses as well.
2 misses because I just didn't play.
So Josh, as a coach on Game Day Squad, you got to be on top of the squad, right?
Yeah, Radley's on me because I should have known.
Radley's on you.
But Taruva, I was at a party. I checked the team. He's playing, and then I look at the TV and I just don't see him. I'm like, well, Norman's got me. That's when I knew it was over.
That actually could have been the difference.
2 players, let's say, even scored 25 each. Like, I'm spewing. But that's the game. You got to be switched on. You got to coach your squad. And if you're not aware of it, then you're going to lose. So I take it on the chin. It will never happen again.
Yeah, just to add some salt to the wound, he was replaced by Paul Alamotti, correct?
Correct.
You want to know what Alamotti scored?
I hope not more than 50.
63. You would have had me, Josh.
But Alamotti has been playing good the last 2 weeks. Maybe we don't see Drew River again.
Maybe we don't, because he signed with the Tigers, and then Ivan was like, shh.
Fair enough.
I don't know why he got dropped, but moving on to on the radar now.
Yep.
I've got another Penrith outside back on my radar. Now, he is in my squad, so it's on the radar for everyone to sort of look at.
Yeah.
But this is a player who has proven that they're the best in their position. However, I feel like over the last 2 seasons especially, this player turns up even more when they're ready for a big game, or they've got a big game, or something big is coming up.
Yep.
It's Brian To'o. And I just think he plays average, but because his average is so good, everyone's like, oh, this guy's fantastic, he's outstanding, he just gets through everything. Yeah, but like we know he can go so much better, but he only goes so much better in the finals appearances, origin matches, and like clearly now in his milestone 100th game. Like we haven't seen this Brian To'o all season. They've been using Taruva's side.
Yeah.
To'o hasn't even got the ball when his centre has the ball. I don't know what's going on. Then out of nowhere, he just has a game like that. And it's like, damn, I've got his gold card. I know you do too. I should have played him in my squad.
Well, yeah, 21 tackle breaks.
That's a record, an NRL record.
Incredible. Well, that's where his points came from. I just think Penrith are loving the right side attack, and Luai off his left foot just doesn't get the ball to To'o enough, more than they need. I feel like that he gets the ball more, they're going to play better.
Yeah, but are they going to do that? Because their left side's humming. Like, look, Alamotti steps in and scores 63.
Yeah.
Like, is To'o going to get the ball? I don't know. But then, like, you play a gold card, it's like, oh, you've used up more of your cap space because you're playing a gold card. Like, this is me for my example. I've got a gold To'o. And it's like, out of all players that you want gold outside backs, you want someone who's going to be able to tackle break, because you know how many points you get from tackle breaks.
Yeah.
And you want someone in a good team who's going to score a lot of points for your squad.
Yeah.
That's a Penrith player.
I mean, you have him on the right side. It's no brainer.
Why doesn't he just...
week. But it's just because the dominant fullbacks now are loving the right side.
What is it? Like, what is it? I don't know. Like, I can't put my finger on what the reason is.
I don't know what the reason is, but you have To'o on the left. If you're going to go left, he's going to score 9 times out of 10. So if you put anyone on their right side, they're going to score. I think that's the mentality for Penrith and most teams. Anyone on your right side is going to score because that's where your most dominant players are.
Maybe he's on the side he's on just because, like, of a defensive decision.
Yeah, I reckon, yeah.
And it's like they know he's safe. If we need to attack that way, we attack that way, but we know he's going to be sound.
Yeah, exactly.
So fair enough. That's who I've got on the radar. What about you?
On the radar, a Dolphin, Max Plath. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Plath.
Yeah. You were speaking about off the show last week to me. You were talking about him.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting him in my squad, and he just proved that he just gets his hand on the ball and he just plays hard. He reminds me of McInnes.
He's a footballer.
He reminds me of McInnes, and he's earned his spot to play again this week. He's picked in the squad with Kafusi back and another player
was
back.
it Lemuelu back? Or?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I've lost Bromwich, hamstring. So that's freed up space for him to play. And he deserves it because back-to-back weeks he looked very solid in the middle. And when he came off, the Dolphins did look a bit shaky in the middle. So as soon as he came back on, it made a difference. And I'm sure Bennett's seen that. And I think as a game day coach, it'd be a good pickup after this week. Watch him, see how he goes.
Yeah.
With a few players back in the squad, but I think he's a certain next week.
Okay. I've got another player that I think will be a certain next week, but we've got to watch him for one more week because it's a tough matchup this week. Plays for my team, coming up against the Broncos. We finally found his form back and he's been good the last couple of weeks. Could you guess who it is?
Oh, Pappenhausen?
No, plays for Roosters.
Oh, Roosters, sorry. Walker?
Nah. Angus Crichton.
That's funny, I put him in my squad.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. So Josh already stepped ahead, so I was going with the next player. Nah, dead set. Angus Crichton, playing 80 minutes of rugby league. Week in, week out, it looks like he's got that edge spot sorted.
It's true.
When he gets the ball, the post-contact meters are insane. He often can get the arm free, made a few offloads, can break out of tackles, is a strong guy, and has a great line that he runs. Yeah. Managed to score a try, could have scored another, set up one as well. But yeah, he can bust through the line so easily, and he plays 80 minutes. He's fit as, like, just... I genuinely think he could play Origin this year again.
Let's not go too far.
Okay.
You want him in your squad, trust me.
Look out for him. You want him there.
You want him in your squad?
I want him.
Not in the SFR squad.
I want him in every squad. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out on him.
Yeah, okay.
That's my second one. I just thought I'd give a bonus there just with expert advice now that's 4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Now, should we move on to Stats Don't Lie?
Yeah, I heard you've got a good one.
I've got two great stats for Stats Don't Lie, and then we'll move into the
Let's change the head
fan
to
questions.
Norman. Let's change the head from the professor to normal.
Oh yeah, I should be the professor. All right, like we should figure that out because. Are you ready for this stat? I'll pull it up. The Cowboys have scored 99 points against the Dolphins, and they've met them 3 times. So obviously, short history Dolphins. You liked our Dolphins stat last week in last week's show. 99 points in 3 games. That's an average of 33 points. Cowboys have the best attack in the league this year, so far.
So
if they're already averaging 33 points out of 3 games against the Dolphins, surely they score at least 33 this time.
off the back of a pretty good game against Penrith.
Yeah, the ref did keep him in the game,
Yes,
but they still played all right.
No, that stat doesn't lie.
The stat doesn't lie. Do we see Nanai crashing over and scoring high? Because we know he can score high when he does do well. Do we see Drinkwater getting more involved? Is it time to have a pod player like Townsend or Dearden?
Yeah, I reckon Nanai is definite. I think a definite in for that
Val?
game. Yeah.
I mean, if you got Val, he's the man. If you don't have him,
goal kicker. It's just a no-brainer for me.
I don't think you could argue with the stat of the point scoring because when the points come, they come fast with the Cowboys.
Yeah, and if they're not conceding first, they're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, put it that way.
Yeah.
Second stat. Now this one, it's not. It should just be alarming for a Dragons fan. Sorry to put the knife in the back of the Dragons fans once more, but the Sharks' record of the last 10 games against the mighty Drag Queens, 9-1, 9 wins, 1 loss of their last 10 meetings.
Are you serious?
So it looks like Sharks are in for a big one. Shane Flanagan's actually called out the Sharks, saying they've done nothing since he left. Yep. Called him out in a press conference. They said, he returned to Shark Park, what's the feeling like? And, this and that, trying to get some response out of him. He goes, to be honest, we won a premiership there, left. They've done nothing since, and I'm going back there.
Wow.
So something, don't quote me, it's something along those lines.
That's some great beef.
It's great beef, especially after losing 60-18. That's got to have some great, I don't want to say the word, courage maybe.
Yeah.
Brave to say that. Your team loses 60-18.
You must be confident.
Don't get any Dragons players in your squad. That's the moral of my stat. And Nico Hines, double down on him. Upgrade that card.
To get him, man.
Upgrade that card.
I don't know how to get him. Need to pack him.
Also, the outside backs like Katoa and Ramey and Mulatalo, they can all kill it. They're all tackle breaking machines. They're all got the ability to score tries.
Mulatalo's just confident, man.
He's leading the try scoring race right now in the league.
I think he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay in head because he's
confident. They find him in the air or through the hands. They'll always find him. He'll chase kicks.
Another player plays on the left side. If he was playing right side, he's scoring triple what he's scoring right now.
Who?
Mulatalo. If he was playing right side.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the ball goes right more to Hines than does left. So
But Trindle's out again. Trindle's been stood down. Yeah. So I don't know. You stock up on Sharks outside backs.
Yeah.
I don't know. So they're in.
Sounds dangerous.
That's just my advice. And I don't want to push too hard because I need to crack the top 100. It's still a goal of mine. I need to crack over 1,000 points. So don't want to give too much expert advice. But they are the stats and they don't lie.
I mean, if you have Nico, it sounds like you're having a good week.
Thanks, Josh.
Or not. All right, then.
You want to move on to some fan questions? Or?
Are we going through the transfer market?
Nah. Do you want to? I reckon the fans deserve to hear this nice and early.
Go through.
We've got 3 questions this week, so let's get through these before the transfer market.
Yeah.
First one, Josh. Does Walsh need more pickle juice?
Definitely.
He's been cramping up like crazy. He's been spewing sometimes on the field, which is disgusting. I don't know why the cameras always go on him, by the way, when he's unwell.
Views, more clicks.
Look, I don't like that. I want to watch some proper rugby league. I don't want to watch Reece Walsh please, no. I don't want to watch him screaming of cramps or whatever and then scoring a try 2 minutes later. It doesn't add up.
They were attacking. They just had the camera on Walsh. I'm like, can I watch the footy?
Yeah, I just want to watch the footy, please.
Well, speaking of cramps in that game, Adam Reynolds with the intercept.
That was one of the craziest.
I don't even think he was on one leg. I'm pretty sure he was on nothing. I'm pretty sure he was cramping both legs.
Yeah.
And he still took an intercept and nearly scored off it, which I found incredible.
Adam Reynolds, man.
That's what he brings to your squad.
To think the Rabbitohs got rid of him because he was too old.
Yeah. I mean, the cramps aren't helping him, but
It took his team to a grand final.
Yeah,
but Walsh, yes, he does need more pickle juice, but I'm fine. If he wants to cramp up a little bit against the Roosters this week, it's totally fine.
Yep.
We'll let it slide. Now for a game day squad question.
Go.
Fafita, is he a good play versus the Panthers? Only getting 60 minutes. He did score really well. This week, but they did get a win, and he came on and had a lot of impact. Can he have the impact against Penrith? Can they get the win against Penrith? 2 points come off the back of him. For me, it's a no.
No.
Any reason? Do you think if he was playing 80, you would pick him?
Yeah, if he was playing 80, yeah. If he was playing 80, yeah, for sure. But it's not enough. There's too many players out there that are playing 80 minutes and
Plus,
playing solid.
In my opinion, you're coming against the best defensive team we've seen.
Yeah.
Like since Melbourne back 10 years ago, no one's defended better than Penrith consistently.
It's true.
So
I think that's another no-brainer.
But yeah, that's a interesting one. However, that question was real specific around Fafita coming up against Penrith, but they've got Melbourne this week. So to whoever asked that question,
oh, I thought so. I was like,
yeah, because Penrith have the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
So to whoever asked that question, don't play them against Penrith. Our answers still stand. Against Melbourne, I'd say they're the second best defensive team.
No.
So still a no. But before you check your squad, check who's playing. That might help. Last question: which two fullbacks do I play this round? If you want, and for all the listeners who aren't aware of the matchups, do you want me to read the matchups out?
Do it.
Souths versus Penrith, Manly versus Canberra, Broncos Roosters, Bulldogs Tigers, Titans Storm, Cowboys Dolphins, Knights Warriors, Sharks Dragons.
Yeah, I still believe Tommy. Raiders not scoring a point.
Averaging 48 points and you still believe Tommy?
Yes. And we'll mark my words next week because Raiders did not score a try last week. Not one try, not 1 point. And they conceded a bunch of them. So, Tommy.
At home as well.
Yeah, big round for Tommy. Definitely in. For the other fullback, that's tough. I reckon Pappenhausen again.
But Titans, they did all right.
They did all right. I just think Warriors are not playing that well. Made Titans look a bit better. Warriors should have had that game wrapped. And yeah, I think Pappenhausen and Tommy. They're my two picks.
Here's the thing. If I don't pick Tommy this week and you pick him and he does well for your squad and you get the win, and if I had played Tommy over whoever I will play at fullback,
sounds familiar.
I lose. It's happened. It sounds like it's happened before. I think I might just have to, even though I've given you some slack for it, I might have to play Tommy.
No, I don't.
Okay, I won't. The other fullback, if you've got Dylan Edwards,
Yeah.
the Rabbitohs are looking useless. So
Yeah.
I'd play Edwards if you got him.
I'm pretty sure he scored every game. Like, I can't remember when he hasn't scored a game in a try in a game.
If not, I play Shans.
Yeah.
Against the Knights. Warriors are favourites. They've been favourites the last couple of weeks and they've lost both times, but they still score points. He still gets involved. If they don't win this week, I don't think they make the top four. That's actually bold. I'm going to put that out there. If Warriors don't win this week, I don't think they make the top four this year.
Who takes their spot? The Mighty Bulldogs?
Sydney Roosters. What do you mean?
Nah.
But yeah, that's what I've got going there to answer the three questions. Keep your questions coming in. Send us a DM, comment on YouTube, put it on the Discord. But before we go into our predictions, we must finish with transfer market. Who are we looking to purchase?
I'm going Blake Brayley. For the hooker position, not that strong right now. I say Harry Grant's probably leading.
Harry's doing well. Appy does well here and there,
but Blake, last few weeks, scored very well. Averaging 50, which is not too bad. And the Sharks playing very well this week.
He plays 80 minutes.
Dangerous. Nothing more to say.
Okay. Who do you currently have? Are you playing two hookers or one?
One, Harry Grant. But if you're going to play two, Blake.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going Adafenua Blake because I said it last week, but I actually need to get him this week in my squad because seriously, I'm losing out on too many points. He's the best prop in the comp. Yeah. I don't know if I'd try to get a special card or if I try to trade out with a bronze. I'm not too sure. I've got to think about how I play this move, but he's out and out the best prop on GameDay Squad. You need him.
Yep.
Like Hines. You need him too, Josh. But I've actually gone with the second player. I don't know if you've looked at anyone else, but for me, I touched on Angus Crichton earlier. Definitely keep him on the radar. But do you just go for it?
No,
Are there many
I already
edge
have him.
players that...
I have him.
Okay.
And the kick out as well. There's another one.
Because Dogs are going down kick outside.
And against the Tigers, looking strong. The left side.
Yeah, you know what? We should discuss everyone's strategy around GameDay Squad. Like, what are you doing? Are you bulking up? Are you buying packs and just seeing how you go with it? Are you just hitting the transfer market every single time? Are you trying to stack up as many players as you can? So when you get these cool matchups, it's like, oh, sweet. Warriors and Sharks have a high point scoring matchup this week, we believe. Let's stack our squad with that. Like, what's the strategy? Because we're going purely on matchups and people players who we think will be consistent to see how we go. But I feel like that's slowly evolving to just being purely matchup. But then the matchup has come and then they could have an absolute shocker and it ruins your whole score for the round. So it's constantly evolving and changing. That it'd be good to hear everyone else's strategy and how they go about it.
Facts.
Yeah. What do you think has been the most effective so far?
Oh, I think halfback, having a goal kicking halfback.
Yeah.
And just outside backs that just either goal kick or run, get a lot of tackle breaks.
That's what I'm thinking. Tackle breaks has been so vital. But you know what sucks? Missed tackles.
Yep.
So you get hookers that make a ton of tackles like Reed Marnie, but then those missed tackles bite you. So it's it's a tough one, but that's why we love it. I mean, Josh, all these coaching decisions can stress out. Needs to have some water. But we'll run into the predictions to wrap things up. My prediction for this week, going in as the mastermind coach, making a 4-4. Hines and Cleary both score over 80.
Wow. That's a massive goal.
Yep. I don't have both. My halves right now, I don't even know if I could bring Cleary in, but yeah, I definitely think they both go over 80. If you got both, play both.
Definitely. If you could, that's amazing. I think I'm first. For me, Doggies put 50 on the Tigers.
For real.
Put 50 on the Tigers, and you've got to have kick out. Because he's going to get man of the match and getting a top 5 Dally M in Dally M's.
What?
Let's go.
50 on the Tigers. Where's his confidence come from? You know, the Tigers aren't actually playing that bad. Like, some of these scorelines haven't been reflective of how they've been performing.
Well, Doggies haven't been playing that good. In the 8, surprise.
First time since 2016 or 17, the Dogs get into the 8 and the fans are acting like they're the best team and can put 50 on anyone. I mean, we only just put 60 on Dragons.
The hat's there.
Why is the hat there? You guys had...
We didn't lose.
Didn't lose, beat the bye. Fair enough.
Win the comp.
Well, that'll wrap us up for another week. It's 4-4. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Hit up the Discord with all your questions, and let's see who will win the battle between Josh and I this week on GameDay Squad. It's currently 4-4. This person's looking to make a statement. It's about time. You know?
Yeah.
4-4 after 8 rounds.
It's good.
It is
like
good.
it.
It's fair enough. I can't say... I was going to say something smart ass, but I can't. It's competitive. We like it. And, you know, my squad's up for the challenge.
It's keen. Let's go around 9.
All right, let's go. Magic Round coming up soon, so stay tuned. Some special things coming up there. But all the best, guys. Best of luck, and thanks for tuning in.
See ya.